Hi, this is Steve with the SRP channel, and I'm doing another fulfilling, exciting video, electric video about landscape lighting and also getting the power supply for the lighting, how to size that, where to locate it, where to get power for it. Also, how to get under a sidewalk, a 4 to 5 foot sidewalk. That can be difficult. I have some easy ways to do that. And also, if this is something that is helpful for you, or even if it's not helpful for you, please like and subscribe. And also, I will leave the links below. Okay, so when we're trying to figure out where to put the transformer or the little buck boost power supply, we're going to have the lights here in front. So obviously pretty close. I like to try to put it to the side of the house, so it's just not seen right out in the open, and especially if it's easy for power to get to a power source, and which it is on the other side of that wall. And so I'll open the outlet up and then actually drill through the brick and then run power to an exterior box. Okay, so this is the outlet on the other side of the wall here, and just a plastic box. It's newer wire. This house has been rewired, so I'm going to actually drill through the plastic box here with I got a 3/4 inch paddle bit, and just make a clean hole and then go through the brick like that. Okay, so I drilled a little 3/4 inch hole. Here you see it, there's foam. It's a foamed wall house. And so I'm going to drill with this hammer drill, like yay, but always do it at an angle down like that too. If there's any leaking or anything, it'll always drain down. Not that there will be, but I'm going to start out with a small bit. This is a 5/16 bit, and I'll go through there, and you go very slow because you don't want to go too fast, and then it'll mushroom out the bricks on the other side. Okay, here's our hole right here. That's perfect. So what I'll do from here, now that I know where it is, I'll drill from this way with a larger 3/4 inch mortar bit. Okay, so I got the larger bit on. I think that's 3/4 inch, maybe 7/8 on that. And so I got a 1/2 inch PVC fitting that I want to be able to fit in there. So what I've been taking with this, I'll actually take it and just kind of wallow around in a circular motion to get that hole wider. Okay, so I got this all the way up. So that would be it's probably OSB board, you know, for the outer sheathing or the outer framing. But so I'm going to actually get the same 3/4 inch drill bit and drill through that. So I just put the 3/4 inch paddle bit on an extension on my little small drill here, and that went right through. Always being careful not to go through the sheetrock. Okay, so I have the wire, pushing it through here. It's going through the outside. So always, what I like to do is actually pre-strip the wire, so then when you get it down there, you don't have to worry about getting your knife down in the box and trying to strip it then. Okay, so I got this little PVC, 1/2 inch PVC, as far as I could in the brick. So then box will attach to that. Then this Romex sheathing is about right there, and then I'll attach the plastic box to that. But always test fit it like that before you put it on the box and then install it. Okay, so I got the box drilled out here with 1/4 inch holes. I like to do it that way as opposed to the tabs it comes with. I think it holds up a lot better when the screws are inside the box here. It's got the level, and so I'm going to mark the holes. So I drilled the holes to make sure that they do fall on brick, which is kind of important on this. Okay, here's the buck boost transformer. They call it a buck boost because it can be used for multiple applications. You know, not just low voltage lighting. There's a million different ways you can hook them up, or maybe 1.2 million-ish, or 1.1 million, kind of in that area. A lot of ways you can hook these bad boys up. Anyways, so this is a 250 watt one, and Acme has this one. Very generic name, but they're well made. I get this at Landscape Lighting Supply in Richardson. That's Landscape Lighting Supply. They have great prices. They always has everything in stock. They're very helpful in you know, helping you plan out stuff or design stuff or whatever. And these are the fixtures I'm going to be using on this job. They're already in here. Anyways, they're the Luminaire FX fixture. I'm not going to pull that out. You get the idea, but it's a really good fixture. And then these Brilliance lamps. So this one, I'm using a lower wattage one for this job. You can see on this, the Brilliance, you have these different wattages, 4, 5, 7. Obviously the wattage has to do with the light output to the lumens. And then the degree spread on these. And then the color you can get with the lamp. So, but I primarily get 4 and 5 watts, sometimes 7 for more light. But I primarily do 5 watt on everything. This one I'm doing 4. She wants very subtle light, and then just 30 degree. But so if you figure, you know, sizing the transformer, that's 4 watt lamp. This is way oversized. So even if I had 10 of these fixtures, now it'd only be 40 watts. If these were 7 watt, you know, 10 of them, you know, that need to be, you know, 70 watts. It's still way oversized. But I always like, when you're putting these in, just do an oversized one, because it's easy to do it this time. The expense isn't that much more. And, you know, if they add stuff in the future, you know, tree lights or whatever, it would be more, it'd be easy to use it. And I think that's it. So it comes with these little mounting brackets, and of course it covers off, and all the wires to hook it up here. But we'll, I'll give you another close-up when I'm actually wiring it. Okay, it's a sunny 30 degrees out. Actually perfect weather for doing this. And I am starting to get ready to get a low voltage wire under the sidewalk. And so it's a 48-inch wide sidewalk. This happens actually quite a bit. And this is North Texas. And so you kind of have to do things a little different. That is black clay. You know, when you see people digging trenches really easily and fast, they don't live in North Texas and have the black clay. It's sticky. So things you got to do, I have any of the dirt that I have dug out, I put over bags like that, and then on the other side, same thing, because that black clay will get right into the grass. It doesn't spread out or blend into the soil at all. And then I cut 2 valleys before I started in the soil, and then on this side I've just flipped it over, grass side down, and then doing the other side over here. And so the key to doing this, I'll try not to swing back and forth so many times. Okay, so there's this rod here. This is actually a ground rod, a 5/8, and it is a few inches longer than the sidewalk, And so the key to do this is you got to trench that same distance a little bit longer so you have room to hit your hammer straight across. It has to be straight across, or it's gonna be impossible to try to get it on the other side. It's gonna get in the ground and too deep, so you have to hit it level. And then I have this side dug out here a little bit, and if it's coming straight across, that should be enough. You know, I got a irrigation line there, sprinkler, PVC, but so it should come straight across. So I'm about to pound it, and we shall see. Okay, surprisingly, this actually went easier than I thought. I put this, you see here, there's actually a pipe, irrigation pipe under that. I put, sorry, you keep that sideways. I put the a little metal blank cover over it just to protect it. But as you can see here, it drove through, and it actually moves around. So this is for landscape wire, and these are my little tools. I'll clean this bad boy up. That's a little sledgehammer, and then the vice grips, you get those in there like that, and that's how you move this rod in and out like that. Just use that to leverage it, and you'll have to actually pull that back out and get it loose enough to where you can attach something to it. So if you were doing like a conduit or needed more space, what I've done also is I will take a piece of conduit, either PVC, depending on how hard the ground is, you know, either like 1 inch, 1.25 inches, pound it under there, and then remove it, and then just leave, and it will actually the dirt will get inside the conduit, the soil, and if you pull it back out, that'll give you kind of a cavity to work with. That actually works pretty well. And then of course you just throw the conduit out. You know, after that, you don't want to try to clean it out. It's just kind of a sacrifice thing. But so this is getting under a sidewalk. And one last little thing here. So this is something, so you have to actually, this stuff is really mucky, so if you don't get it off and step on it, the stuff will stick in the concrete for a couple weeks. It's really a mess, but anyways. Alright, so what I did, I pulled this back out. I wasn't able to attach anything to it that would be easy. Pulled it back out, and then I put the landscape wire around the front tip of the rod and taped it back, and so that's gonna be a little harder to push through, but since the hole is already kind of wallowed out with that rod gave it a good wallowed it out real good. So I'm hoping it, you know, when I pound it back through, it should be good. There's 1,496,000 ways to wire this transformer, and I need just this one right here. So you can see on this little cover, 120 volts, which of course we have, and then it gives you the options of 12 or 24 volts. We're wiring the circuits in 12 volts. Not obviously, so some landscape lighting is typically always 12. I'm surprised it actually hadn't gone to 24 like everything else, but it is 12. So, but that's the main one that they give you on the little buck boost transformer. And here it is right here. And then you can see, oh gosh, H3, H2, all these little wires are labeled, so it's a lot easier than you think. And you can see here, you get the idea, but they're all these wires are labeled, so you just match them up. This is the line side, 120 volts. This is the low voltage side. You know, the wires are actually the same size. So I mounted it here, and then put the conduit, low voltage, going into a 3/4 inch PVC that I painted. I'd always paint those. They just always look bad. And then I got the power from here through a 1/2-inch seal tight connection, and the disconnect switch for the lights here. So I'm tapped off the power, so there's really no other way to turn them off, so I always put a switch there. It's almost never used. But then I don't know if you can see now with the sign, but I gave a little loop of wire here in the ground that will help with any needs in the future. Then before I cover up the lights, of course, test them. And this is one of my junctions. Got the tan wire nuts. That's going to kill me to get the name of those. And I usually just use zip ties, and then bury that. Unfortunately, I don't have any images of the house when it was done. For the customer's privacy, I didn't post that, but I do have some other ones. If you have any comments or anything, I do quite a bit of these videos. Please leave them below. I'll try to return comments or questions as soon as I can. Sometimes it takes a few days. But thanks for watching the video. And if this helps you, then like and subscribe.